Hello pupils, you are welcome to General Studies class. I am Uncle Popo. I believe you are here ready for today's lesson. Let's open today's lesson the usual way we've been doing. Uncle Popo is here. I am also here. That's the response. We are here together. 100% attention. That means 100% attention is what I need from you. Our subject for today is basic science and technology. Basic science and technology. In our last lesson, we discussed about accident and safety. You were taught what accident is, the definition for safety, causes of accident, and how accident could be prevented. In today's lesson, we are going to look at a very simple topic. Tell anybody beside you, simple topic. Yes, our topic for today is, but listen to this very short story before we move on into today's topic. In an African country, one African country, there lived a very rich man, and this man had 2 children. The elder brother, the name of the elder brother is Kotobaje in English, before it gets spoiled. And the younger brother, his name is Tobabaje, that means after being spoiled. So this man called the 2 children that who will be giving them, sharing the properties for them. And he is going to be giving them every year. So that very year, he gave them a car and a pair of shoes to each of them. He told them the days to be using those things, and he promised that we'll be visiting them at the end of each year to see how they have really maintained those things given to them. So Kotobaje tried to maintain all those things. The car, he will service it, he will make sure he called those that will look and check if there is any fault in the car before it even gets spoiled. Even the shoes, after being used, he will clean it and make it to be very new, as if he just bought the shoe. But Tobabaje, that one, because of his orientation, he believed until the thing gets spoiled before he will repair. So the car, he was not servicing at all. He was just using the car anyhow. Even the shoes, after being used, he will not clean it. So at the end, when the rich man came visiting, he saw that the car he gave to Kotobaje and the shoe were just as if he just bought them, because the car and the shoes were still very new. But the one given to Tobabaje, that one just, you cannot, the man was not even happy with the way he saw those things. And at the end, the man was very happy and he gave many of his properties to Kotobaje. That leads us to our today's topic. And the topic for today is maintenance. Say that, maintenance. That's the topic for today. We'll learn more about maintenance today. What are the learning objectives for today? By the end of the lesson, you should be able to define maintenance, list and explain types of maintenance, state importance of maintenance. What is maintenance? Maintenance is the upkeep and preservation of all equipment that are used in our daily life in order to function well. Maintenance is the upkeep and preservation of all equipment that are used in our daily life in order to function well. What are those equipment that we use in our daily life? To you, it could be your school sandals, your shoes, your school bag. To the adult or our parents, it could be their car, their generator. Those are the things we use in our daily life. So let's look at the types of maintenance. There are 2 types of maintenance that are commonly practiced. How many types of maintenance commonly practiced? 2. And these are, the first one is corrective maintenance. Say that. Corrective maintenance. And the second one is predictive preventive maintenance. Predictive preventive maintenance. Let's look at the meaning of all these. Corrective maintenance. We are still coming to look at this picture again. Corrective maintenance This is repair work that is carried out after an equipment or object has broken down. This is repair work that is carried out after an equipment or object has broken down. That's the repair work that is being carried out on any equipment or object after you can no longer use the equipment again. That's when you ensure corrective maintenance, like Tobati Bajeton in that story. So let's look at all methods employed and undertaken to detect, isolate, and rectify a problem or a defect that has appeared in the equipment that we are using is corrective maintenance. It's talking about the kind of repair we give to any of the equipment we are using after we can no longer use the equipment again, after it's broken down and it could not work effectively again. So that is when we ensure corrective maintenance. And the machine or object that is corrected can then be restored to its normal and operational state. After you repair it, then such machine will be restored to its normal and operational state. Just like the electric iron in your house, the washing machine, your generator, and all those things that you have, after you discovered any fault and you could no longer use them, then you take them to those that will repair those things and you restore those things to their normal and operational state. That is corrective maintenance. Moving on, then let's look at it may or may not be possible to restore to its original state of newness. However, the equipment becomes functional again. After you repaired such equipment, it may not be as if the way it has been functioning before when you newly bought them, but the equipment will still function back to its normal state. Like the Yoruba will say, Oju apa o le dabi oju ara. That means, know how you repair it, it may not function effectively or be in the newness state as if you just bought the equipment. Moving on to, you can see in the diagram here, this one is predictive preventive maintenance. Predictive preventive maintenance, and that's the second one we want to look at. Predictive preventive maintenance work together. You predict it and you prevent it from happening. This is maintenance that is carried out on equipment and machines so that they will not break down. Predictive and preventive maintenance work together. This is maintenance that you carried out on equipment and machines so that they will not break down. Like in the story, Koto Baje, that means before that machine breaks down, you ensure that you quickly look at those things that are not working effectively and you replace it, just like how you service the generator in your house, your daddy's car or the vehicles. So those ones are predictive preventive maintenance. You want to make sure they keep on working without being broken down in the first place. That's predictive preventive maintenance. At the end of this lesson, we are still going to look at the one you prefer, whether it's predictive preventive maintenance or corrective maintenance. Predictive preventive maintenance, when a machine is taken care of in such a way that likely faults are predicted and prevented before any problem actually arises, it is called a preventive maintenance. I've explained that. Now let's look at this. Predictive preventive maintenance. How do we ensure predictive preventive maintenance on our machines, on our equipment? 1, regular inspection and checkup. You make sure you ensure regular inspection and checkup on all the machines or the equipment that you have. Any of the parts that may cause problems are replaced, and any part that is not functioning well or that may cause problem in future, you replace them. Constant servicing of vehicles, we need to do that. It's even recommended that you should constantly service your vehicles as at when do, even your generators and other equipment. If you do that, that is predictive preventive maintenance. It prevents the possibility of a total or major breakdown of machines and equipment. And I believe this predictive preventive maintenance is very good because it actually prevents that machine from total breakdown. So I think that's a very good one. Let's look at a well-maintained road here and a properly maintained buildings. You can see this road. I believe predictive preventive maintenance is ensured on this road because you can see how new it is. Before it gets spoiled totally, they have quickly repair it and see it in a new state. Likewise, this building, see as if the house was just newly built because it's been maintained and painted when due to do so. You don't make sure the house is totally in a form that will require you spending much money before you try to repair. You ensure predictive preventive maintenance to make it look nice and attractive. On to importance of maintenance. 1, it reduces the risk of costly replacement of equipment and repairs. It reduces the risk of costly replacement of equipment and repairs. Second one, it reduces repair costs. In this case, it also reduces waste of energy. That's another importance of maintenance. It reduces repair costs. In this case, it also reduces waste of energy. Now, the next importance is it ensures optimum performance of the equipment of all times. It ensures optimum performance of the equipment of all times. Another one is there is a higher resale value for well-maintained equipment. If you want to resell the equipment, you can sell it at a higher price if it is well-maintained. That's another importance. There is a higher resale value for well-maintained equipment. If you want to resell the equipment, you can sell it at a higher price if it is well-maintained. And next one is maintenance beautifies our surroundings. For instance, a house that is regularly repainted always remains beautiful and attractive. In today's lesson, we have successfully talked about what maintenance is. Maintenance is the upkeep and preservation of all equipment that are used in our daily life in order to function well. We've also talked about the tools